What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 493 of Community Universe Mode here on this Friday evening for edition number 131 of Genesis. And we are kicking off an action-packed card, as always, with a huge opener. The CMV World Tag Team titles are on the line, and there you see the challengers marching their way to the ring. Uriel Wick and Azrael Kane of the Forsaken, currently unbeaten in their CMV careers, have plowed through the entire tag team division and now are being given this opportunity thanks to what the champions, the Good Brothers, did to Brule last week after retaining their titles against Brett Angel and Dule Zaire. They then proceeded to attack them, and so Cass Lefebvre handing out, Cass Lefebvre handing out that they have to defend their, it's like want a front row seat to watch their rivals possibly lose the World Tag Team titles here. What up, Hellish? What up, Topher? Mark, Dynamic, Gumble? Welcome in. There they are, Xander Slate to the left, Randy Borton on the right. The Tag Team of the Year, the two-time current World Tag Team Champions, defending their titles. This is the third time in 2 weeks. Retained against Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine back in cause and effect Brule last week. Can they do it once again and hand the Forsaken their first defeat? I'm pretty sure I said Echo. I never forget you, Big Ek. Of course, speaking of Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine, there in tonight's main event, a huge opportunity for them to turn their great pan of Brett. Opportunity for them to turn them, though, when they take on the Ascendant 6 main event. Josh Wolf and Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews. We also have another Money in the Bank qualifying match tonight when Kevin Silva takes on Angelo Babos. And a whole lot more. Yo, what up, Jordan? Haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Welcome in. Glad to have you, and certainly a great time to stop in because the World Tag Team titles are on the line, and there stands the massive Azrael Kane to the left, Uriel Wick to the right, the Forsaken. Nobody has been able to stop these two as of yet. They've been sending warnings to the Tag Team Champions really since they debuted that their time as champions will not last much longer. See if they can back up all that talk right here, right now. The winners of this matchup having a pretty good chance to walk into Ascendant 6 as the champions. Of course, there's one more stop for the boys of Genesis before Ascendance, that being Purgatory in just 2 weeks' time. This Sunday, though, is Final Stand, the last stop for the boys of Fusion, and an absolutely stacked card. The card is posted on our website if you want to do your predictions. CMVWrestling.com. And here we go. World Tag Team titles on the line. Gonna be Uriel Wick starting things off here against Xander Slate. And Xander Slate immediately charges Wick, trips him up, and just unloading with some right hands. You gotta know that the Good Brothers can't be too happy about Brule being ringside, but perhaps the Good Brothers should have thought about that before they attacked Brule unnecessarily last week after retaining their titles. The Good Brothers now 3-0 over Brule, and it seems like Brule are not backing down. Got to be a distraction, but Xander Slate going to try to stay focused. Uriel Wick goes for an Irish whip, but Slate counters it. Big splash attempted by the big man, but Uriel Wick sidesteps and a beautiful barrel roll sends Xander falling down flat on his face. Wick wastes no time now for what looks like an air raid siren neck breaker. Absolutely devastating. Yeah, like I said, a great show tonight. Hell of a main event that we went over. The Anarchy champion, D'Angelo Prince, is also in action, taking on Adam Finito. Not to mention the Monsters, after debuting last week, tonight take on former tag team champions, the ATL. It is going to be a great night of action. Uriel Wick now on the apron, looking to take that high-risk offense. Flies through the air, and it pays off with a nice, simple lariat. I'd say the brute. Oh, where's. Oh, okay. Slate's like, peace, fam. I'm out of here. I'm having none of this. Slate was like, deuces. I'm out. I'm out, bruh. Uriel Wick takes the opportunity to just knock Randy Orton off the apron. Brule going to look for Xander Slate. I don't know that they're going to find him. The OG Dirty Heel just flying off into the night, and I believe we're going to have to get him back here and restart this match. Because Slate is just trying to get him back in the ring. That was probably one of the most interesting glitches I've seen so far in this game. So Xander Slate brought back into the ring now. This matchup continues. Uriel Wick immediately charges the OG Dirty Heel with a nice wheelbarrow arm drag. Xander Slate not happy about that. Xander's soul left his body. The rape dungeon returns. Xander now brought up on the one knee. Stiff kick to the chest. Uriel Wick takes it with a pinch of salt, but walking right into this nasty sit-out power bomb by the Show. I was about to say before Xander Slate decided to take a little fly through space that Brule are definitely not out here supporting the Forsaken. They have a mission of their own to become World Tag Team Champions, but they would love to see the Good Brothers lose their tag team titles here tonight. Biscuits and gravy. Up against the ropes. So what exactly is Uriel Wick looking for here? We're not going to find out. Xander Slate back body drops him down to the outside where he nearly falls on top of Brett Angel. Now a tag to the Moo Moo Man, to the Milkman. Rushes back into the ring, does Wick as he regains his composure. Borton closes right in on him. Kick to the midsection, hook to the jaw, coming up from behind now with a half Nelson backbreaker attempt, but Uriel Wick throws him overhead. Nicely done. The Forsaken so far unbeaten. And dare I say, where's Borton going? Stop, drop, and roll. Dare I say the Forsaken have barely really had that much of a challenge. I'd say their toughest match was against the ATL a few weeks ago. And that was after the ATL the week prior had actually defeated the Good Brothers in a non-title matchup. So if the Forsaken beat the ATL and the ATL beat the Good Brothers, snap German suplex there by Uriel Wick. Wick isn't done. Irish Whip puts the Milkman in the corner. Slowly approaches, guys. Tag to Azrael Kane. Here comes the brute of a man. They call this God's Eye. Could we have new World Tag Team Champions? Xander Slate trying to give Borton a little bit of time and distract referee Perry White. Will it be enough, though? 1, 2. No, just a 2 count. How did this talk of French fries begin? Swinging into the chest and Borton getting the hell out of dodge, and the tag to Xander Slate as Azrael Kane drops down to the outside. And Xander gonna go right after Uriel Wick, gets a boot to the side of the head. Ringing his bell. Slate not gonna be happy about that as he shakes the cobwebs. Charges back in again, this time knocks Wick off the apron. Here comes Azrael Kane back into the mix though. Gonna make Slate pay. Irish Whip off the rope so far, man. This has been pretty much complete domination on the part of the Forsaken. Big body block. Azrael Kane now arms out wide. Goes for a big punch straight to the face of Slate, but an Irish Whip instead by the OG Dirty Heel. Big time back elbow as he rebounds off those ropes. Xander Slate now with some stomps down out of the chest. Now one to the arm. Puts the big man on his chest as he drags him up by the arm. And look at this. This is where Xander can get vicious. Stomping at the chest and a straight forearm smash to the side of the head. Cleaning his clock, now dragged by arm and leg. Slate maybe going to try to finish things off here. Bringing Kane up to his feet. Xander goes for a jumping cutter, but Azrael Kane shuts that shit down. Big time hammer fist. And Slate again. Gonna say, peace fam, I'm outie. Borton though, stopping Azrael Kane from going to collect him. Brett Angel working on his cardio there ringside. Bye-bye goes Randy Borton. Both of the Good Brothers reeling ringside at the hands of Azrael Kane. Randy Borton's body Twisted. He's not the legal man, though. Remember, Xander Slade is. Azrael Kane losing sight. Now he's in a bad part of town, as the Good Brothers going to look to double team him here. You see Dulazair and Brett Angel watching closely, but they cannot get involved lest they risk a disqualification, in which the Good Brothers would, of course, retain their titles. They have the champion's advantage. Brule return to the corner of the Forsaken, and Xander Slade with a Hangman's Face Buster. Nicely done by the show, softening up the Giant. And now the clean slate to retain the gold. 1, 2, only a 2 count. The Forsaken still remain unbeaten. Can they win the World Tag Team titles, though? The Good Brothers defending their titles 3 times in only 2 weeks. Tag to Born attempted. Azrael Kane shuts him down now, and Irish swoops the opposite corner. Azrael Kane approaches, casting a shadow over the show, blocking out the sun. Look at Dulazair, very happy about the way this match is going. Look at this power. Military press, simply incredible. And now Azrael Kane looks to finish with Xander Slade, very smart. The veteran rolling to the outside where he knows he cannot be pinned or submitted. And now a tag to Uriel Wick. Azrael Kane returns to the apron. Uriel Wick, though, goes to the apron as well. Xander Slade is still ringside. So where is he going exactly? Gonna join the Good Brothers, I guess. Borton gonna try to cut off Uriel Wick, giving Xander Slade some time. Big old DDT. Xander Slade finally getting back up to his feet, using the apron to help him out there. Punch to the back of the head. The Moo Moo Man continuing his assault here on Uriel Wick with the World Tag Team titles on the line here at the top of Genesis number 131. Brule watching ringside. Up next, of course, we have a Money in the Bank qualifying match in which we'll see Kevin Silva take on Angelo Babos. Brett Angel, what is he doing? Angel getting between Borton and Slate. Guys, we're at a count of 6 here, though. Remember, the Good Brothers, they will retain on a count-out or a disqualification, but Borton makes sure that doesn't happen. The Good Brothers want to send a message to Brule, I guess, and the rest of the tag team division, as they look to retain their titles in hand. The Forsaken, their first defeat. What up, Suntan? You sweet little baby boy. Tag to Borton now. Uriel Wick, eyes glazed over, not looking like he's in too good of a condition right now. Borton knows it. Gonna go for that vintage butterfly DDT of his. Just maybe it'll be enough, but look at that. Borton turns to the Brule ringside, and Azrael Kane taunting the CMV universe. Clothesline now, clothesline again. Borton building up a comeback, a head full of steam as Uriel Wick rebounds into a tilt-a-whirl. Single knee backbreaker, and the crunch of that spine, I believe I heard. Oh, the knee of the milkman there. You saw Uriel Wick trying to make a hot tag. Now he has a fireman's carry set up on Borton, but Borton with a couple of elbows to the side of the head, and now Borto out of nowhere to retain the World Tag Team titles. 1. Oh, at the count of 1, Azrael Kane's there to make the save. Xander Slade to make him pay for it. Irish whip sending the brute to the outside. See ya, bye. What's up, GOAT? To the apron goes Xander Slade. Double boot stomp right to the midsection. Borton continues the attack here. With the World Tag Team titles up for grabs, the Forsaken looking to become champions just 2 months after debuting here in CMV. Currently unbeaten. They never faced a team like the Good Brothers, though. The tag team of the year and a tag to Slate now. Azrael Kane back up onto the apron. Xander looking to finish things off. Azrael Kane trying to cheer his partner on. Uriel Wick, can he get an opening, though? Goes for a super kick, caught by Wick. Nice reversal. I can't get over Dulazair's reactions in this matchup. He is so happy watching the Good Brothers get there. There goes Slade again. While Borton takes the opportunity. Sunset flip. He cannot pin, though. He's not a legal man. That veteran instinct, but look at that. A hot tag made to Azrael Kane, and Azrael Kane, while Xander Slade's recuperating, goes right for Borton. Looking to take him out of the mix. Brett Angel again just running around. Goodbye, Borton. Rest in peace. Oh, but Wick's not done. He should be focusing on Slate, bring Slate back, and they're going to try to pin him. Now here comes Borton. Trying to give Xander as much time as he possibly can to recuperate and get back into the ring. Or he could just stay out there, retain the titles by count out, but no, the show, like I said, looking to send a message to Brett Angel and Dule Zaire as well as the rest of the tag team division as Slate a second time with this Hangman's Facebuster. Perhaps they're going to go right into the Slate by Slate, but instead, Shades of Adam Valentine, rip in peace, with a pull-in swing neckbreaker into the pin. Could Slate have it? But wow. I knew that Brule weren't going to be ringside just to watch this match. Now it's Azrael Kane takes a page out of Slate's book at this match, rolling to the outside. Where obviously Slate cannot defeat him. Xander not going to fall for it, though. Thinks it might be a trap. Going to stay in the ring, work out some kinks in his shoulder, fix his little wee trousers. Now going to the outside. Stomp to the quad. Kane back up to his feet. Kicked right back down, though. Another nice side kick by Xander Slate. Slate, not much of a kicker, I'd say, but he's certainly showing that he's... got some pretty educated feet. And there's Brett Angel once again just watching, trying to get in the head of Xander Slate. Guys, currently at a count of 8, I do believe. Oh no, it's just 5. GG. My hearing pretty off. Yo! What up, Tomcat? Glad to have you drop in. World Tag Team titles are on the line here at the start of Genesis number 131. The Forsaken Unbeaten challenging the champions, the Tag Team of the Year. The Good Brothers, a third Hangman's Face versus Slate. Wastes no time now to hand the Forsaken their first loss. Killing Slate a second time. Into the pin. Will it be enough? 1, 2. No! Azrael Kane somehow kicks out on his own as Morton takes out Uriel Wick. But Xander Slate, ready and waiting. A third clean slate to the Giant. 1, 2, 3. And the Good Brothers are still the World Tag Team Champions, handing the Forsaken their first defeat. Just keep lining them up, and the Good Brothers continue to knock them down. The Good Brothers are still the World Tag Team Champions. It took not 1, not 2, but 3 clean slates to keep down Azrael Kane. What a matchup. But unfortunately for the Forsaken, they taste defeat here tonight. Is there any team on Genesis that could take the... Still the World Tag Team Champions. Who can defeat the Good Brothers this role they have been on? That is true. The ATL did beat them, but they didn't beat them when it mattered the most, when the titles were actually on the line. Well, the ATL aren't actually monsters. Perhaps a win for one of those teams to get them recognized as being next in line. Who knows? It's up to GM Castlefate, but I know that up next, it is a Money in the Bank qualifying match coming our way. Portuguese God of Wrestling, Kevin Silva takes on the Outlaw Angelo Babos. This matchup has seen a pretty nasty Twitter war ensue between these two over the past week. Much of their arguments have been in Spanish, so I really haven't been able to keep up very well. But from what I've been able to gather, these two not exactly fans of one another, and especially with something like a Money in the Bank spot on the line, there's going to be no love lost between these two superstars. Last week, El Jefe and No Fun Martini qualified for the Genesis Money in the Bank ladder match at Ascendant 6. Now we'll find out who will be the third to be a part of that lineup. Was made official earlier tonight by General Manager Castafe that at Purgatory in 2 weeks, Jaquan Che will take on Matsuda Tanaka in a 2 out of 3 falls match in another Money in the Bank qualifier. And I also received word from her that the final 2 qualifiers will be on the Fallout episode of Genesis after Purgatory. Not too sure exactly who will be involved in those matches. I think that's still a command. Yeah, there it is. Well, certainly Kevin Silva this past week has really been the talk of the CM universe after last week he, in an amazing 5-star matchup, was able to tap out and defeat Josh Wolf. Kevin Silva feels as though he should have automatically been entered into the Money in the Bank ladder match for that. But things are earned here in CMV as Kevin Silva takes on a dark horse in Angelo Babos. Only had himself 2 matches so far in his CMV career. In his debut, he knocked off Anarchy champion D'Angelo Prince at Cause and Effect in the pre-show. He took a loss to Deshaun Porter, but Castafe obviously seeing something in this kid to give him this opportunity. We all know what a Money in the Bank ladder match entails. 6 men, ladders, whoever climbs the rungs, unhooks that briefcase, earns themselves a world championship opportunity to cash in anytime, anywhere. So here we go. Which of these 2 men is joining the mix as we, interestingly enough, get a handshake? But I believe that Kevin Silva just spit right in Angelo Babos' face, fading that handshake, fading respect. And now Babos immediately makes him pay for it straight out of the gate with that modified backstabber, double knees to the spine, and then a Dr. Teeth to follow through. Kevin Silva with the ultimate sign of respect, disrespect right there by spitting in Silva's face. Irish whip now into the corner. And Kevin Silva finally has the upper hand. He's trying to play mind games with Babos here at the start. Irish whip now. Babos rebounds off the ropes. Kevin Silva's waiting for him, but whatever he was going to try for, Babos sees it coming. Babos is a lethal striker, and that's what Kevin Silva has to be wary of, though. I'm sure Angelo, he did his homework. He knows he's got to avoid that Olympic stretch, the abdominal stretch at all costs. Oh, what a kick. My God. I mean, the lineup of Money in the Bank is already looking pretty tasty. El Jefe and No Fun Martini. I can't wait to see El Jefe in a ladder match. I don't know exactly who a ladder match would favor out of these 2 superstars. Kevin Silva is very technical. A lot of mat-based wrestling. I don't know enough about Angelo Babos to really assess him. I know that he likes to use his knee to smash Kevin Silva's face in. Second time he's done it out to the second turnbuckle. The Outlaw creating some distance and a big old knee strike. As he flies to the air, brings Silva back up to his seat now. An Irish whip into the corner. Kevin Silva's been riding a high all week long after knocking off Josh Wolf last week. I mean, defeating one half of the Ascendant 6 main event. That is going to make you feel like you're on top of the world. And rightfully, Kevin Silva's been demanding a lot of things, but also has adopted he was already very cocky and egotistical before. Even more now. What a wheelbarrow stunner that was. Oh, look at that. Nasty forearm smash by Babos after those lethal strikes, I should say. And Babos now out of the corner. This is not going to end well for the Portuguese god of wrestling stalking him. What the hell is Babos doing here? Oh! Oh! What a buzzsaw kick. 1, 2. Just, I don't know how in the hell Kevin Silva kicked out of that. That was probably one of the nastiest kicks I have ever seen in my days of watching CMV. Kevin Silva's neck just about snapped. Somehow, though, pulls through to kick out. This matchup continues. Look to the jaw, punch to the back of the head. Nice pump handle set up into a suplex by Silva, who now takes himself a little bit of a twirl, trying to get himself back into the groove. I'm sure that neck is hurting. Silva knows what's on the line, though. Ducks a clothesline. There's a third one by him. Goes for a kick, moves out of the way. Angelo Babos lying in wait from behind. Goes for a waistlock, stomp to the quad, though. Kevin Silva maybe going for that Olympic stretch. Babos saw it coming, busts him wide open. And for a third time in this matchup, the backbreaker, the crunch of Silva's spine off the knees. And he's bleeding pretty nastily as well. 1. Just a 1 count. Wow. Punch up to the gut. Kevin Silva gets himself a little bit of distance that he needs. Strike to the jaw and a German suplex to follow through, keeping it simple but effective, trying to turn this matchup around for him because right now it is not going his way. Money in the Bank spot on the line. Who will be the third confirmed man to head into Ascendant 6, the show of shows? Kevin Silva unloading with some pretty nasty strikes now, put into the corner. What is Babos setting up for here? Oh my God. Oh dear Lord. Did he just bite him? Did he just bite the open wound of Kevin Silva? This guy, 1, 2, nearly got it done as well. I had never seen something that insane. He literally just bit the open wound on Silva's forehead. Babos is a madman. All for a spot and Money in the Bank. Again goes to that knee strike, but this time it's going to make him pay for it as Kevin Silva took the risk. Did not go his way. Now an inverted suplex. Kevin Silva now. This is a prelude to the Olympic stretch. That beautiful capture suplex. Silva hoping that alone will be enough to get it done. Maybe it will. 1, 2, 3, and it is! Wow! Kevin Silva knocking off Angelo Babos with a beautiful capture suplex. Not even have to resort to his Olympic stretch to get the job done. Babos effectively cost himself that matchup. He went high risk and it didn't pay off. And Silva capitalized on it to end things with that capture suplex. And Kevin Silva is going to Money in the Bank. El Jefe, No Fun Martini, and Kevin Silva, the current lineup. What a matchup between these two. The personal animosity between them certainly was showcased, especially by Silva spitting and Babos' face at the start of the match. But that's just a telltale, warning. You take a risk, it might come back to bite you. Babos went up high one too many times. What up, Dash and 702? Hello, hello. Kevin Silva qualifies and is going to Money in the Bank. Man, it's been a great couple of weeks for Kevin Silva. Beating Josh Wolf, now qualified for Money in the Bank. There's what did it, a glorious looking capture suplex and Night Night Babos. When's Sebastian Vachon going to unmatch to be his tag team partner, Hardline? I'm getting reports from backstage. Some sort of altercation is happening. It's not exactly clear. I'm being told that apparently a fight is breaking out, but Slate and Adam Scott were trying to get cameras on the scene as soon as possible. Somebody's got to call security because after what happened between these two earlier this week, and if you did not see it, our website, CMVWrestling.com, you can check out that exclusive where, well, quite frankly, Xander Slate Reese Ortiz just beat the hell out of Adam Scott, feigning a date. Reese Ortiz lured Adam Scott out into the open, and then he and Xander Slate proceeded, and it ended with Reese Ortiz cracking a beer bottle over the head of Adam Scott, but apparently Scott's not staying down for very long, as he is here on Genesis. Xander Slate just not even a half an hour removed from retaining his titles alongside Morton against the Forsaken at the start of the show. We got cameras on the scene now. Let's find out exactly what the hell is going on. Xander Slate sees him getting in his face, and Adam Scott is here to maybe find Reese Ortiz. But now that he's got Slate in his sights, here we go. We need security right now. Xander Slate already went through a hellacious match at the start of the show. He and Morton defeating the Forsaken. Now Slate is looking to finish the job with a trash can. Oh my God, look at Slate now. You can see Adam Scott is bandaged up all around his shoulder and ribs. The back of his head, I'm being told, has multiple stitches in it. And Xander Slate actually called out Adam Scott earlier this week on Twitter, challenged him to a match at Purgatory. I don't know what the hell Adam Scott was doing here, but it was a mistake because now Xander Slate is beating the hell out of him, just fighting in the doorway here in the locker room. Luckily, nobody's getting changed. A brief, well, hopefully brief pause from the action tonight. Some security, some referees, somebody needs to break this up before it turns seriously ugly. Adam Scott just getting thrown into the cubbyhole now. Jesus. Xander Slate is tearing Adam Scott apart. This is hard to watch, but Adam Scott, man, he's got the heart of a warrior. Tried to mend things between he and Reese Ortiz. Tried to forgive him and move on, but it was a trap. Reese Ortiz is with Xander Slate now. The marriage is over, and Adam Scott is looking for some revenge, but Xander's just throwing him all around the backstage area. Reese is practicing his dancing for the main event later on tonight, but Xander Slate continuing to beat the holy hell out of Adam Scott. Still no security or referees to break this up. Xander now right into the supply crates. The OG Dirty Heel with a neck break in the back of the head where the beer bottle cracked over the skull. The stitches might be reopened. Off the concrete, Xander Slate is whooping the hell out of Adam Scott, but Adam Scott ain't quitting. Adam Scott ain't done. Oh my God, no, the back of Adam Scott. Splat like a bug off a windshield. And Xander's not done either. Like I said, looking to finish the job. Adam Scott should not have showed up here tonight. Now mounted. Where's Reese Ortiz? I gotta wonder. He was not scheduled for action tonight, but what the hell? Somebody's just getting interviewed down the hall as well. It's just Tyson Cage talking about his Anarchy title match in 2 weeks at Purgatory. Oh my God, now we're going into GM Cass LeFave's office. What are these two doing? Cass LeFave apparently not in her office at the moment. Maybe at a meeting or something, but my God. A disgusting fireman's carry side slam. And Adam Scott has been laid out on the carpet of General Manager Castle Fame's office. And Xander finally has enough as he escapes the scene of the crime. We're connected, you know, Gumbel. Yeah, Slate not only he and Borton able to retain the World Tag Team titles tonight, but then just beating the hell out of Adam Scott. Slate has fled the scene. And hopefully we can get some doctors back there to check out Adam Scott, guys, because he has not moved. But unfortunately, as they say, the show must go on. We still have a lot of action to get to. And up next, some singles competition as Adam Finito, who returned a couple of weeks ago defeating Reese Matthews, now has a huge opportunity as he battles Anarchy champion D'Angelo Prince, who, of course, 2 weeks from now at Purgatory will defend his title against Tyson Cage, the winner of that 8-pack challenge at Cause and Effect 3. It seems as though Cage, just getting done with his interview, not caring about Adam Scott, getting Xander Slate there, now going to join us ringside. And here's a tweet from Angelo Babos in Spanish, so I cannot translate it for y'all. But I'm sure it has something to do with, like, saying Kevin Silva's a bitch. Something along those lines, I probably imagine. Well, also still to come tonight, guys, the Monsters are going to be in action. Mark Cattell, Gary Salkinov debuting last week, defeating Chaos and Order tonight to take on former champions, the ATL, stepping up the challenge a bit. Not to mention that main event we still have to come. Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine taking on the main event of Ascendant 6, Josh Wolf and Alpha World Champion, the Bloody Burt, Chris Andrews. I'm very excited about that. But Finito with a win here could easily see his name put in the hat for a future Anarchy Championship opportunity, and with Ascendant 6 around the corner, that is an opportunity he cannot afford to let him pass by. Adam Finito returning, as I said, a couple of weeks ago after a few months away from CMV, and while certainly shocked many with his victory over former world champion Reese Matthews, now he has a big-time opportunity for himself. And there you can see Tyson Cage, who I'd have to imagine isn't exactly out here to support Adam Finito, but instead to size up D'Angelo Prince, guys. In a tweet from Jaquan Shea, who says, "Glad for a change. I'd be able to officially fight John Reed one-on-one. If only it were on the terms that could have been. I'm just glad I have Reed to face tonight." Yeah, former rivals towards the start of the season and last season. John Reed and Jaquan Shea set to go at it in tonight's co-main event. But of course, earlier tonight it was announced that at Purgatory in 2 weeks, Jaquan Shea will fight Matsuda Tanaka in a 2 out of 3 falls match with a Money in the Bank spot on the line. Those two have been, quietly rivaling, or feuding, I should say, be the better word, all season long. They are currently 1-1. They look to break that tie with a 2 out of 3 falls match and a Money in the Bank spot on the line. Of course, John Reed has eyes in the back of his head after the numerous attacks by Crazy J. That'll probably take him off his edge. Gives Jaquan Shea the upper hand as Adam Finito awaits the arrival of our CMV Anarchy champion, who has held the title since Homecoming 3, retained it at Cause and Effect 3 against Adam Valentine, effectively ending Valentine's career here on Genesis. D'Angelo Prince, the 2-time Anarchy champion, is ready for Tyson Cage at Purgatory and ready to walk into Ascendant 6 as the champion. Doesn't seem too worried about Cage being ringside here. He knows he's got to be focused on Finito. D'Angelo Prince, safe to call him a CMV veteran at this point, though his career has hit a lot more downs than ups. Injuries have took away opportunities and cost him months and months of his career. But this last run, past couple of months have been very fortuitous for D'Angelo Prince. And a tweet here, guys, from John Reed responding to Jaquan Shea says, "Forgive me, I've been busy with the crazy idiot. Who are you again?" Damn. Savagery there by John Reed, though he is right. He's been focused on a crazy man, Crazy J. So here we go, singles action. And our fourth matchup of the night, well, third, a backstage brawl if you include that. Next Gen's Adam Finito up against the, well, now crowned prince. He has his jewel. Can he keep it at purgatory? Can he stay focused tonight as Finito goes for what was looking like an enziguri right out of the gate, but Prince a little bit quicker. A nice airplane spin into a TKO. D'Angelo Prince takes a moment to demolish his own handiwork. Elbow straight to the face, though, by Finito. Cannot underestimate Finito. Just look back 2 weeks ago, man, knocking off Reese Matthews, and what a hell of a match they had against each other. I don't think anybody expected Finito to walk out with the win, though. Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine been in a funk. They're going to look to end it later on tonight in our main event with the take on Josh Wolf and Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews. Finito bounces right out of the corner, forearm smash. Just unloading on the Anarchy Champion. Now thrown overhead with the fireman's carry, brought back up to his seat, face to face they stand. The champion looks to take him down, but Finito got the upper hand. I bet you wouldn't say that to his face, Tomcat. Big old zigzag. Reverse complete shot for the technical and dragged out to the center of the ring by the arm. Here comes D'Angelo Prince with these vicious knees, unloading right to the side of the head again and again. That is not going to bode well for Finito going deeper in this matchup. Up to the top rope. The Anarchy Champion not afraid to take a risk. We saw it cost Angelo Babos earlier tonight, but for Angelo, or D'Angelo, I should say, it is well executed pullback attack and went kitchen sink. And well, D'Angelo Prince been in firm control these past few minutes. Lado pressed out by the champion, looking to knock him off as Tyson Cage watches from ringside. Out here to do his homework, as any smart challenger would. It'll be the first time that Tyson Cage and D'Angelo Prince are going to be going one-on-one. Tyson Cage surviving a pretty brutal 8-pack challenge back at Cause and Effect 3 to earn his shot at Prince in the championship at Purgatory. But Adam Finito knows that D'Angelo Prince might be distracted. Tries to capitalize on that. Nice DDT for a kneeling position. Now pandering to the CMV Universe live in attendance. Tries for a stop. Moves out of the way to Prince. Irish Ripper to the corner now. Slowly approaching. Up to the top rope. Prince feeling froggy in this matchup. And again, it pays off with a drop kick square to the chest. Only a 1 count, though. Action rolls out of the way. Adam Finito knew that D'Angelo Prince was closing in on him. Now being taken for a cheeky little bit of a walk through the park. Against the ropes. And what is D'Angelo Prince cooking up here? And it's going to be nothing good for Finito, and he knows it. Able to get out of the way of the Brain Buster. Finito, not too sure exactly what he was going to try for there, but it wasted too much time. Now a powerbomb. Prince drops out of it with an arm drag. Nice. Well scouted. The champion. Knife edge chop. Kick to the midsection. Maybe going for that Hangman's face buster. What a reversal that was, though. Wrestling slam. What up now, Ruth? Welcome to the Stream CMV Genesis number 131. Non-title matchup. Finito versus Anarchy champ D'Angelo Prince. As the number 1 contender, Tyson Cage, not looking too impressed there ringside. And again, with these versatile knees to the side of the head. Finito cannot, just completely unprotected. Clean shots getting through. And there here is the heir to the throne. It doesn't keep Finito down for very long, though. Bouncing right back up, single underhook DDT attempted, but instead gets an arm wrench. That might have just popped the shoulder out of the damn socket. Going out. Oh, now gonna target that shoulder. D'Angelo Prince is gonna lock in the Tequila Sunrise. Finito in big time trouble. Look at the torque, look at the wrench. Will Finito be forced to submit? Tequila Sunrise locked in tight. Finito able to turn it around though. Breaks free. The damage might be done. Ow! Jumping knee right on the button. Good night, sweet Prince. Into the pin. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. Uh, 52 minutes to be exact. This is the 4th matchup of the night. Adam Finito challenging D'Angelo Prince to non-title matchup, but a win here for Finito will put him right in line to be the next challenger. 450 splash off the ropes. That was awesome. And then a knee drop to follow through. A little bit of pizzazz behind it. So to come up next, the Monsters will take on the ATL. We also got John Reed, Jaquan Shea battle, and of course our main event, Matthews and Valentine taking on Josh Wolf and Chris Andrews in tag team action. D'Angelo Prince with the upper hand yet again. Nice line salt by the Anarchy Champion into a pin, hoping it'll be enough. 1, 2. Just a 2 count, but got pretty close there. What up, Ogon? And D'Angelo Prince saying, Finito, this all you got, punk bitch. Trying to get into Finito's head, kicks to the midsection, rebounds, big old boot to the side of the head. Finito in trouble. 1, 2. Only a 2 count though. And D'Angelo Prince hands atop his head, wondering what the hell do I gotta do to knock off Finito. And again, gonna go for the Tequila Sunrise. Finito hardly survived it the first time. I don't know that he'll be able to escape it a second time. D'Angelo Prince, Tequila Sunrise is in tight. Finito, I don't know if he can survive this much longer. But Prince actually not enough left to keep it locked in. This is exactly how he defeated Adam Valentine back at Cause and Effect, pinned him after locking Tequila Sunrise. Doesn't do that against Finito here, interestingly enough. Instead goes to the apron. Springboard clothesline, elbow to the side of the head, though. What a reversal that was. And now Finito trying for something, but instead gets a reverse DDT. D'Angelo trying to get his head back into the game here, trying to shake the cobwebs. Spinning soul kick. Adam Finito sent off the ropes. Single leg to the chest. Single leg again. Finito continues to get back up, not quitting. Now reeled into a rotation neck breaker. Into the corner like it ain't no thing but a chicken leg. D'Angelo Prince trying to put on a face as though he's not worried, but he most certainly should be. Not able to find a way so far. Another heir to the throne. The stiff kick right to the side of the head. And again gonna follow it up with a lion salt. That combination just might do it. 1, 2, no! And what in the hell? Oh my God, goes for the Tequila Sunrise the 3rd time, but this time Finito had it well scouted. And Finito puts some distance between he and the champ. Again, look for that jumping knee strike, but D'Angelo sidesteps it, and then a zigzag again. Where's D'Angelo going now? To the 2nd turnbuckle, high red district. Beckoning for Finito to get up to his feet, waiting. Patiently goes for a knee strike. Finito sidesteps it, and D'Angelo's body contorting in ways it should not. Not even a 1 count. Believe that might have been a rope break. What a matchup this has been between these two. Finito, bam! A 2nd time caught with that rocket kick. Finito knowing what's on the line. D'Angelo Prince knowing he can't afford a loss heading into Purgatory where he defends against Tyson Cage. That might be enough. No! And D'Angelo now turns to the ref like, you gotta be kidding me, man. And a third time. Tequila Sunrise, man. Finito thus far has refused to tap. But a third time, there's no way. He's gotta give up. There's no way he survives this again. The will, the fortitude of Adam Finito. He will not tap. Refusing, downright refusing to submit. The heart of Finito. And now what the hell is he doing? I don't even know how he's standing on his feet. But to the apron he goes. Flying through the air. Knee to the side of the head. And Prince is in La La Land after that. Completely out of it. Adam Finito knows this is his opportunity to capitalize. Big old bitch slap. Should have cost the face, followed by a DDT. No. D'Angelo counters, and Prince out of desperation goes for a kick to the gut. Tripped up, and now Finito looks for the submission with a half Boston Crab. Prince, though, knowing his surroundings, crawls to the ropes, boot to the side of the head, gets him free. 1, 2. Desperation pin does not get the job done for the Anarchy champion. Tries for a takedown. Finito has a knee waiting for him. Here's that single unhook DDT he tried for earlier. This time he'll get it. Prince drop right down onto the top of his head. Finito again panders to the CMV Universe. Tyson Cage got to be getting a little bit tired standing on his feet for this long. What a match it has been, though. And there's again. Oh my God, he countered it again. Finito shoots that high knee. And a third rocket kick inbound. To the pin, come on. 1, 2, 3. D'Angelo Prince is victorious. What a match. But it is the Anarchy champion who stands tall. Gotta give Finito all the credit in the world for his performance. Went for that high knee, though, one too many times. Prince had it scouted. And nailing him with that rocket kick. Right there to put him away once and for all. D'Angelo Prince is ready for Tyson Cage in 2 weeks at Purgatory. Is Tyson Cage ready for D'Angelo Prince? All right, guys, it is tertiary main event time. Some more tag team action as the monsters, Mark Cantel and Guri Sokolov, successfully debuting last week as a tag team, defeating Chaos and Order. Now step up the challenge a bit as they take on former Fusion Tag Team Champions, the ATL, Malcolm Fry and Deshaun Porter, who have been on a little bit of an up-and-down track since coming to Genesis. Failing to challenge the Good Brothers for the tag team titles, but also then knocking off the Good Brothers a few weeks ago. Deshaun Porter coming off a singles win at Cause and Effect 3 over Angelo Babos. Now they need to start racking together some more wins, build themselves up the rankings with Ascendant 6 on the horizon. You know they want to become #1 contenders, but they've got two giants. Yo, what up, Rage? You missed... This is the 5th matchup. our tertiary main event. We still have John Reed, Jaquan Shea up next to come, and then our main event, Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine taking on Josh Wolf and Chris Andrews. You like those ads, Soul? Those ads. Those AIDS. Markto's gonna fucking get AIDS if he doesn't cover up those nuts on his midsection. You did, Rage. That was the opening match. And that roar, just a signal to everybody in the arena of what's coming. Former rivals coming together. Honestly, I have to apologize to the entire Genesis Tag Division. It's kind of my fault these two decided to start teaming. I was talking them up so much during that 8-man tag a few weeks ago, saying what a dominant force they would be if they actually came together as a tag team. And Echo, God save the Genesis Tag Team Division from Mark Intel and Guri Sukhanov, who have one goal and one goal only mind to decimate and become the World Tag Team Champions. Mark Intel, former Anarchy Champion, CMV veteran, Guri Sukhanov, former International and Alpha World Champion. Not a whole lot of experience as a team so far, though. They take on a team with a lot of experience working together, former Fusion Tag Team Champions, the ATL. The Good Brothers did retain, handing the Forsaken their first loss after back-to-back clean slates on Azrael Kane. 2 finishes in a row was enough to top of the Giant, as Uriel Wick was knocked out ringside. So the Good Brothers, still the World Tag Team Champions of Forsaken, have been beaten, but I'm sure they're going to come back with a vengeance. Of course, Xander Slate then getting involved with that brutal backstage brawl with Adam Scott. I have been told Adam Scott been taken to a local medical facility. His stitches were reopened, but that he is conscious and he is okay. Xander Slate fleeing the arena with Borton. Will Adam Scott even be able to answer Xander Slate's challenge to a match at Purgatory? We'll have to wait and see, as here come the ATL. Like I said, an up and down time for the ATL and Genesis so far since they came over from Fusion. Failed to challenge the Good Brothers for the World Tag Team titles, but then they knocked off the Good Brothers in a non-title match some weeks ago, and Deshaun has, honestly, Deshaun should maybe think about having a bit of a singles career. He's unbeaten as a singles competitor, knocked off Sam Valentine, and then at Cause and Effect 3 defeated Angelo Babos. But he and Malcolm Fry, definitely a fan-favorite tag team in CMV, and there's a good reason. They work so well together, like a well-oiled machine. Mark Intel and Malcolm Fry starting things off. There's the power of Malcolm Fry with a capture suplex to the 300-plus pound Mark Intel. Brought up to his feet, Malcolm Fry continues the attack, front headlock. Now going to take the big man for a little bit of a walk. Up against the ropes, he's leaned, and Fry with a rope-assisted vertical suplex. Interesting setup that was. I guess he needs the help from the ropes to take down someone the size of Mark Intel. Irish Rip now into the corners. Looks for a tag, maybe to Deshaun Porter. Not going to get it, though. Mark Intel counters. Sends Deshaun, or rather, I should say Malcolm, over to the corner. And a tag to Guri is made as Deshaun is forced to watch from the apron. And dear God, single knee gutbuster. Guri with a shin straight to the side of Fry's head. It's just amazing how well these two beasts work together. God save the Genesis Tag Team Division. Trip up there by Guri Sukhanov, though. And then a stomp to the back of the head. You see Malcolm Fry trying to fight through and make a tag to Deshaun Porter, but Guri's not going to let that happen. Tries for a scoop slam, knee to the midsection. No surprise, this knee didn't get sucked in. The 400-plus pound Russian Ogre doing a very good job of not letting Fry get past him. Now an Alabama Slammer. Rebounds off the ropes, and there. Okay, I guess just deciding to run the ropes a little bit. Test his cardio. Gut wrench suplex. Malcolm Fry is reeling. Guri Sukhanov having his way with him, treating him like a rag doll. Bam! That was just an open hand palm strike followed by a seatbelt belly-to-belly suplex. Lateral press might have the job done, but only a 1 count, surprisingly enough. Malcolm Fry, you got to respect. It's one of the reasons that the ATL are such a fan-favorite team. They are tough to put down. Look at that! Suicide crossbody sends both men to the outside. Honestly, can't believe that the ropes didn't get pulled down with him. The entire ring didn't collapse. Malcolm Fry, man, possesses some seriously unknown power. That inverted suplex. Now this fight is on the outside, though. Face first goes Guri into that steel post. Malcolm Fry looks to continue the damage, but Guri escapes with a waist lock. Now Malcolm Fry escapes the waist lock. Ducks the clothesline. Escapes the waist lock again. Back and forth, tit for tat. 1999. Escapes the waist lock again. There we go. Finally into the barricade goes Malcolm Fry. And base first off it now. I believe we're at a count of 7. Back into the ring. This fight will continue as it should in the squared circle. Malcolm Fry completely out of it, though. Oh, no. Guri Sukhanov treating Malcolm Fry like a little baby with this giant swing. That was a good 7-8 rotate. Still going. My God. And the Russian Ogre into the pin. Only a 1 count, though, as Deshaun is quick enough to make the save. Not quick enough to stop Marcantel here, though. Yeah, this is Xbox One, my friend. Exclamation point, join in the chat right here. We'll give you a link to our website. Oh my God, Malcolm Fry looking for a big time upset. Holy shit, to the, oh my God. Pump handle Death Valley driver. But here comes Marcantel breaking up the pin after taking out Deshaun Porter ringside. What amazing strength by Malcolm Fry, especially after the damage he's been through in this match so far. Hume ruined this year's Money in the Bank? What? Hume's on Fusion. Hot tag to Deshaun Porter now. First time he's legal in the match. Goes right after Marcantel. No fear in his eyes. Just mowing him down. But what up, Bateman, you little sweet, juicy fruit. Forearm smashes to the lower back. Marcantel's had just about enough of that. Up over the shoulders now and draped over the top rope. Gonna make it nearly impossible for Porter to breathe. Arm drag down on the one knee where Deshaun Porter is just about the same size as Marcantel. Off the ropes, the big red machine rebounds into a back elbow that doesn't even phase him. Oh no, sit out. Choke bomb, shaking the entire ring. Malcolm Fry is still down. Deshaun Porter on his own against the Monsters. Oh, you're talking about that Money in the Bank. I thought you were talking about the Money in the Bank at Ascendance. Guri Sukhanov legal once again as he squashes Deshaun Porter in the corners, wobbles out to the center of the ring on spaghetti legs and just flattened with that sidewalk slam. Pop up, yeah, punch ya. Vintage Sukhanov, and Deshaun is catching that work. And now, as he's put in the corner, showing off those 18-inch pythons, brother. Tag to Marcantel and the Monsters are looking to feast. Thunder Valley. And a hook of the leg. Guri Sukhanov, well, horribly failing to stop Malcolm Fry. Oh, and it takes him out with a back suplex elbow drop modification type maneuver thingamajig, whatchamacallit. Now Deshaun to the corner, catches his breath, Dury sucking up. Best be wary of referee Perry White's count here. About to get disqualified. Marcantel looks to continue the attack, but clothesline to the outside of the ring instead. Where the hell is Deshaun going now? Just going right into the belly of the beast. Absolutely unafraid is Deshaun Porter. Gotta give him respect for that. Zack Sabre Jr. can't hold a candle to Kyle Ross, all right? Swinging knee by Marcantel, and this is exactly what I knew would happen. Deshaun Porter now getting double teamed by the monsters. Marcantel's the legal man, Dury, throwing Deshaun back like a lamb to the slaughter. And now the 400-pounder with a leg drop, and I think I heard the snap of Deshaun Porter's neck. Marcantel now trying to figure out a way to keep down Deshaun Porter once and for all, but Porter has no quit in him. This tag team matchup that could be pivotal for both teams to rise up the rankings. Oh my God! The ATL out of nowhere! Hyde Enziguri and Malcolm, the suplex machine with the Northern Lights. Bridge, does he have it? 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, how close. Tries for the pin again, desperate for it to be enough, but only a 2 count once more. Gurry set back out of the apron very graciously by Deshaun Porter. And Marcantel with the Palama! Out of thin air, 1, 2, oh, but what may have been enough is stopped by Porter. And now an all-out war ensuing between these tag teams. Marcantel and Malcolm, the legal men, remember, as Deshaun takes out Gurry with a Hurricane Rana. Goes for the 3rd time, but Deshaun helps out his partner. Marcantel is not happy about that. Wipes the sweat from his face. Gurry and Malcolm out of it. Deshaun Porter returns to his apron. Nicely done right there by Fry. He should make a tag to Porter, in all honesty. He took it the hell out of there. His jaw hanging on by a... What? What? Looking for some bowling, but a hot tag made to Gurry. Oh, nice jawbreaker. Topples the big man. Malcolm Fry trying his darndest. Hero Slam. How does Malcolm Fry possess this amount of strength? He is going to have a sore neck tomorrow. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Imagine the ATL knocking off Marcantel and Gurry sucking up. What a win that would be for him after knocking off the Good Brothers in that non-title matchup. Oh my God, and now Malcolm Fry a 2nd time with Marcantel still out of it ringside. Risking his neck with this pump handle Death Valley driver. Into the pin, can he have it? 1, 2, 3, yes! The ATL knock off the monsters for a huge win. Malcolm Fry and Deshaun Porter surviving an absolute whopping in that matchup to come out on top. The monsters spent that entire match ripping them apart, but Malcolm Fry did not quit. Look, I thought it was over right here. That probably would have been had Deshaun Porter not made the save after that bullhammer. Let's talk about the power of Malcolm Fry, though. The ATL, baby, they want that tag team gold. We know they can beat the Good Brothers. Could they be the team to do it? Welcome back, Dash. Here we go, guys. It is coming event time. What an episode of Genesis it has been so far. And I have just received word straight from the office of General Manager Castlefave that next week right here on Genesis, the Good Brothers will yet again be defending their World Tag Team titles. And it will be against the ATL, who of course knocked them off in a non-title match a couple weeks ago. And just defeating the Monsters there have certainly earned the opportunity. Can the ATL get it done? The ATL Good Brothers are 1-1. Championship's on the line next week. I'm looking forward to it. The Good Brothers can't say they're not fighting champions. Will they lay waste to another Tame, though? Tame is the question. We know the ATL can beat them. We know they can beat the ATL. When the titles are on the line, when it matters most, though, we'll see what happens next week. Still to come tonight, guys, our main event. Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine take on the Ascendant 6 main event, and Josh Wolf and Outworld Champion Chris Andrews. But right now, an old rivalry revisited. As John Reed will take on Jaquan Shea. John Reed, who for over a month now has been tormented by Crazy J, who wants a match at Ascendant 6, but John Reed refusing, saying it doesn't matter how many times you attack me, I will not accept your challenge. Crazy J says, you will, John. One way or another, you will accept my challenge. Well, John Reed's got to find a way to be focused. Surely he's got to have eyes in the back of his head. Watch out for... Speaking of, from the dark emerges Crazy J with a metal bat. Crazy J again for the 4th time attacking John Reed on the Genesis stage. Crazy J is here on Genesis. And now John Reed getting up to his feet, charges Jay. This is the first time it's actually, back and forth. Crazy J has been beating down John Reed for weeks. And now John Reed luring Crazy J down to the ring. Crazy J wants that match at Ascendant 6, and he is not going to stop attacking John Reed until he gets it, until he gets a yes. John Reed sick and tired of Crazy J costing him opportunities. Now Jay into the ring. This is exactly what Jay wants. John Reed's coming at him full force. Perry White trying to maintain order. I love when people invite me to fucking group chats during a stream and I just get notification after notification. F you and your mama. John Reed, look at this combination. Maybe Crazy J has gone out of his way to attack John Reed one too many times, because now the Fallen Angel has the upper hand. Up to the second turnbuckle, Crazy J using the ropes to pull himself out to a vertical base. European uppercut, we gotta get security out here. These two they're attacking referee Perry White now, come on! Crazy J with a half and half suplex lays John Reed out. Jay not done though. Perry White still trying to maintain order. Where the hell is security? You have the worst security in the world here in CMV. These two continuing to fight. They're not going to stop. Clothesline. And Crazy J lays out John Reed once again. Will John Reed still refuse the challenge, or will he finally accept? Because Crazy J doesn't seem to be having plans to quit anytime soon. There's a fucking Fortnite group chat that I just got invited. So annoying. I get invited to them all the time. Crazy J again. Costing John Reed a match. And we have a pissed off Jaquan Shea here who tweets out saying, okay, now I'm pissed. I get that you two have beef, but why not have it after our match? Well, Crazy J I don't think cares about Jaquan Shea and his career. He cares about getting a yes out of John Reed for that match at Ascendant 6. But now, guys, it is main event time. Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine with a big opportunity to dig themselves out of this rut they've been in. as they take on the Ascendant 6 main event. It was confirmed last week. Josh Wolf, Chris Andrews, good friends, better enemies, will clash in a third at Ascendant 6 for the championship. But tonight they are partners, as they will be. Announced just earlier this week by General Manager Castlefade that she struck a deal with General Manager of Fusion Yuri Sokolov. A huge main event for Purgatory. It will be Josh Wolf and Chris Andrews, the main event for Genesis, taking on the main event. Remember, the undisputed champion will be at their final stand and his #1 contender. So Josh Wolf and Chris Andrews, they teamed before in the past. Now they're doing it again, getting ready for that big match at Purgatory, knowing that in 6 weeks they will be at odds. They will be head-to-head in the main event of the show of shows. Oh, GG. Sound guy got taken out, I guess, during the Crazy J attack. Kevin Dunn of the production truck, muting the fans. Well, certainly if you are on Twitter, you know that this past week, the Twitterverse has been blowing up with a lot of superstars. Bob Luger, Reese Ortiz, Kevin Silva, and more kind of going after General Manager Castlefade for her decision to put Josh Wolf in the main event of Ascendance and give him a shot at the World Championship. Almost like a bit of a revolt forming against the GM. But Josh Wolf cannot afford to be focused on what other people think of him. He's been given one last opportunity, and an opportunity he cannot fail at Ascendant 6. He must win or he may never get another shot at the World Championship again. With this, our main event right here, and here comes Reese Matthews, who, of course, still deep into his gum investigation. It's been 4 months now at this point since that dastardly villain cost him a spot in the Elimination Chamber, but currently he's under the influence of Sam Valentine. The two of them been a team since Cause and Effect 3, where they failed to challenge the Good Brothers for the World Tag Team titles. Looks like they're planning on sticking around together, and this could be a big win for them. I just announced who they're facing. What? The main event of Purgatory is going to be whomever the undisputed champion is after Final Stand and his #1 contender versus Josh Wolf and Chris Andrews. It's going to be the 2 main events of Ascendance colliding. The GM's coming together to make a deal. That is going to be a huge main event that I am definitely looking forward to. The question is, who's going to be the world champion after this Sunday's Final Stand? Who will be his challenger? As here comes the Dream, Sam Valentine. It's no question that Matthews and Valentine been digging a hole deep. I'm going to try to climb out of it here tonight. And a tweet, guys, from John Reed says, Crazy J attacked me, then he runs away. You know what? You still don't get your Ascendance match, but I will challenge you to an unsanctioned match at Purgatory. I'll get you out of the way, and then I can focus on better things for Ascendance. So John Reed not accepting Crazy J's challenge to a match at Ascendance, but challenging him to a fight at Purgatory. This is exactly the crowd reaction you would expect for Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine. And here he comes, the man who has garnered some serious heat from the Genesis locker room and some in the CMV universe as well, who just feels though he does not deserve that World Championship match in the main event of Ascendant 6, and they made some good points. But the fact of the matter is, Josh Wolf has been at the forefront of CMV all season long. He's fought, he's scratched, he's clawed. Opportunities have passed him by, but he has one more chance. He's headlining the grandest stage of them all, fighting a man he knows very well, a man he's beaten, and a 30-minute no DQ Iron Man match. for the Alpha World Championship. But tonight and at Purgatory, they will be tag team partners. And yeah, man, who's second ascendance. The CMV Alpha World Champion, maybe the longest reigning Alpha World Champion of all time. Most defenses as Alpha World Champion of all time in his home country of the United Kingdom, Wembley. He's going to walk in, and he's still going to walk out the same way with that championship around his waist. But for now, he has to make peace with Josh Wolf. Like I said, good friends but better enemies. They put on an instant classic last month when Josh Wolf defeated Chris Andrews, and I'm hoping they do it again at Ascendance. And a tweet from Reese Ortiz, guys, that says, all that he is deserved, Wolf is a fucking joke. I noticed Ortiz not touching on what he did to Adam Scott or what Xander Slate did to Adam Scott earlier tonight. Staying out of that, I see. And now a tweet from John Reed says, the person that led Genesis to failure at Homecoming and failed at almost everything else gets a world title shot for free. That does not seem fair. Saying maybe Valentine was right. Cass does have her favorites. So now John Reed joining in on this growing revolt, it would seem, against the management of Cass. But this matchup begins, and I love the crowd audio being muted. Reese Matthews and Josh Wolf, who have fought before. I think they even fought at pay-per-view back at Death Wish, if I'm not mistaken. That was the first pay-per-view of this season. And Reese Matthews got the victory there. I think Josh Wolf got a win back at some point on an episode of Genesis. I think they're one-on-one, if my memory serves me correct. And a quick tag, in comes the Alpha World Champion, Chris Andrews. You know, by the time that Ascendant 6 comes around, now that we know that the Bloody Brit will not be defending his Alpha World Championship at Purgatory, will have held the title for 5 months, as right now, Reese Matthews, well equipped with a top turnbuckle. And of course, these two know each other very well. Last year's Homecoming event, Chris Andrews won his first world title by unseating Reese Matthews, who now looks for a tag to Sam Valentine. In comes the Dream. Big hook to the jaw right out of the gate, but a couple of elbows sent back by Valentine. One of those guys who has always been a big name, but never held a world championship. Never held any sort of championships. Was hoping that with Reese Matthews, he could finally get the job done back at Cause Effect 3, but the Good Brothers had different plans in mind. Man, it is still on my mind. I want to know. I actually want to know now. I'm invested in finding out who the hell was the gum spitter. It's been near 5 months this investigation has been waged by Matthews, and still no answers. And look at this, another clothesline, 3 in a row. We know Britt loves all things threes. Brought up to a vertical base, but nice toss over there by Sam Valentine. Dragged by arm and leg. And a tag to Reese Matthews. Frequent tags, always the name of the game. Of course, we know that at Purgatory in 2 weeks' time, it is building up to be a hell of a card. I'm very excited because we know that Brody Halleck, the unbeaten Tower of Dominance, will be challenging Dallas Steele for the CMV International Championship. That is going to be akin to 2 Mack trucks colliding. Tyson Cage challenging D'Angelo Prince for the Anarchy Championship and much more. Of course, this Sunday, do not forget, it is Final Stand, the final stop for the boys of Fusion. The second annual Deadly Games tournament, going to be a great show. Tag to Josh Wolf after a trio of German suplexes. Up to the second turnbuckle. Josh Wolf now going to fly through the air. Nice body splash. And the fallout of Final Stand, guys. Next week, Fusion is going to be a hell of a show as well. Give it a little bit of a shout out because it's going to be a pretty dank card. Not only do we have the return match, 5 months since he's been in a match, MLP. We also had the in-ring debut of MF3, Maurice Fisher III, and a Trios Championship match. Reese Matthews taking Josh Wolf for a little bit of a walk over to the corner. Last time Josh Wolf and Chris Andrews team, they took the loss to Reese Ortiz and Dallas Steele, knowing they'll team up at Purgatory against whoever the world champion will be. And his challenger for Ascendant 6, they know that, oh, look at this. I was just about to say, they got to start actually working as a team, but there you go. Super kick knee strike combo. Night Reese. Well, not for long. Reese pops right back up with a swinging knee to the chest. And it's a very rare tweet here, guys, from Mercantile says, that lucky win doesn't matter. Nothing will stop us from going after those tag team titles. So Borton Slate, I will see you soon, my old friend. Of course, we know Borton and Mercantile have a very fair amount of history between each other. So the Monsters not going to let that loss to the ATL earlier deter them from their goal, but a big cliffhanger pop-up German suplex by the Bloody Brit. Turning things around after Reese Matthews was in control. Gut wrench suplex showing off that unmatched power. We talked about that main event of Ascendant 6, that 30-minute Iron Man no DQ for the Alpha World Championship. And both men had their, there's vintage Reese Matthews jumping jack. Both men had their advantages because Josh Whoop and Chris Andrews only fought once before, and Josh Whoop was victorious. That was last month, but Joshua has never been in an Iron Man match. Britt has been in 2, and he's won both of them. Both men's cardio is... Oh! Goes for a lariat. Sidesteps it as the Alpha World Champion. I believe he just went for revenge. A little bit out of his depth, though, and caught with a flapjack for his troubles. Oh! Reese! Ash! With the total package pile driver. Into the pin now. Will that be enough? One. Oh, what a win that would have been to dig Matthews and Valentine out of the rut they've been in. But that's the Bloody Bird, of course, baby. He ain't gonna go down so easy. Now punch to the midsection. Hello, hook to the jaw. German suplex. Nobody hits it better. But he ain't done right there. Waistlock Larry. He's gonna turn Reese inside out. Valentine can't even watch. Straight into the pin. Will that alone be enough? One. Just a 1 count, though. Reese Ortiz here on Twitter trying to incite some hatred between Reese Matthews and Josh Wolf, saying that Josh Wolf was the one who spat out the gum. I don't think that's true. Reese Matthews, a former undisputed champion. Not afraid to get his hands dirty right there, rake of the eyes. To the Alpha World Champion, Chris Andrews. Brought up into a seated position again. Reese adopting a very slow and methodical pace at this point in the match. Dare I say, Reese been in control for the better part, but Chris Andrews never stays down for very long. Goes for a scoop slam, gets a knee to the midsection though. Might have cracked a rib. Certainly gonna make it harder for him to breathe. Snapmare and a pinpoint dropkick right to the side of the head. Reese now with an Irish whip over to Sam Valentine as he perhaps looks for a tag. Not going to get it, though. Chris Andrews counters instead, sends him over to his corner. And maybe he's going to be the one looking for a tag. See ya, Hellish. Thanks for watching. And Chris Andrews has Reese Matthews up in the high red district. Oh, my God. This is vintage Brit. The stalling superplex. Yes, you are hearing that correct. A stalling superplex. Incredible. You know, Chris Andrews coming off a match of the year candidate against Dallas Steele last week in which he was victorious. He's certainly probably still feeling the effects of that matchup, but got to get ready for Purgatory and even more than that for Ascendant 6. There's no rest for the wicked. Tries for a scoop slam, or rather a vertical suplex. Does Reese, gets a knee down to the top of the head. Chris Andrews escapes now from behind. Goes for a, okay, that was interesting. Interesting setup. Straight jacket German suplex, what it ended up being. Reese desperately trying for this hot tag. Britt down the camel clutch position. Hammering away with these right hands across the face. Should that be the main event of Ascendance Bateman? Strongman Bowl versus Chris Andrews? Is that what you would like to see? German suplex. Britt follows it up again with that hellacious waistlock lariat. Sam Valentine is having a hard time watching this match, guys. Reese looks to be completely out of it. Eyes glazed over, dragged across the ring, going to make it harder for Sam to try to make the save. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, talk about your close calls. I thought that was it right there. Now tag to Josh Wolf. Britt says, give me a breather, kid. And in comes the Vessel of Fenrir. And immediately going to take out Reese with the DDT, packing not as much of a punch as he usually does, but enough. I can tell you right now, with wait a minute, with complete honesty, I have never watched one Strongman Bowl match, and I never will. Reese Matthews kicks out. The total package, fighting to the pain, looking for an opening. Oh, the jaws of Fenrir! Out of nowhere, you blinked an eye, you missed it. One, but where's Britt? Britt nowhere to be seen as Sam Valentine makes the save on the pin. Yo, what up, Omegaverse, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Genesis number 131. It is our main event, and Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine looking to turn their luck around as they take on the main event of Ascendant 6, Josh Wolf, and Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews. Britt was having a little bit of a hit from his flask there. A little bit of a quick drink to keep him going. Reese Matthews giving him respect in this matchup, man. He has been an absolute workhorse. He's got to make a tag to Sam Valentine. Actually wants a chance of winning this match, though. Lateral press. One. Only a 1 count, no more. Stomp to the upper back. Yo, good is uckers. And now Reese tried for this earlier on Britt. This. Oh! Brain Buster! Tag to Sam Valentine. In comes the dream. Finally, let's see if Valentine can bring it home, baby. Propped up, double axe handle. The upper back of Josh Wolf seems to be a new target for Matthews and Valentine, but a nice arm wrench right there saves him. Makes that quick tag to Chris Andrews. The Brits had a minute to rest, took a hit from his flask, recharged. These two know each other very well also. They battled actually when both men were a part of Fusion for some time over the Anarchy Championship. Remember that triple threat ladder match they had for the title alongside Bannon. I think that was at, I think it was at Dark Carnival, if I remember correctly. Last year's Dark Carnival. I hope he becomes champion too. I have faith in Norman Cottonbelly. That's Sunday though, not tomorrow. This Sunday is Final Stand, July the 1st. And Chris Andrews, of course, all things threes. Now, maybe looking for a British boot, but it seems like he's contemplating the decision. This is a very tough decision for Chris Andrews. Does he want to go for the British boot? Does he want to try for something else? Well, he wasted too much time now. Sam back up to his seat, cross body, and rights and lefts raining down on the Dream. Gonna smear that black lipstick all over his face. Oh, Reese Matthews saying something about Britt's mama. Britt snapped, and now Valentine capitalizes off the distraction. European uppercut. Tries to continue the attack, but Britt's waiting for him. Ducks the clothesline, gets it anyway. Brought up to his feet, Chris Andrews. Seems like he might be a bit out of it, and Valentine seeks to capitalize. Sammy boy with the shotgun drop kick the back of Britt's head, ricocheting off that second turnbuckle. What a splat. Yeah, it does that glitch sometimes after there's a run-in. The crowd will just cut out, but wait a minute, Britt. Wait, what's he going for? Going for revenge? Oh! Britt! German suplex! Says what up to Reese, who's trying to distract referee Perry White. Into the pin. 1, 2, but no! No trace, Topher. Here comes Josh Wolf taking out Reese Matthews. The animosity between these two still alive and well, it would seem. Referee Perry White having trouble maintaining order here. Elbow drop by Sam. Reese Matthews got to watch the referee's count. Doesn't want to be disqualified. Josh Wolf running back over to his apron in case Britt needs to make a tag. Sam, though, putting the Alpha World Champion in the corner. We know what Sam's looking for here, the Dream Shatterer. Britt knows it too, though. Like I said, they fought many times before. Goodness gracious. Sam gonna put a knee right to the back of the bloody Britt's head and just taunting him, mocking him. Yeah, what a great matchup this has been so far in our main event. A big opportunity for Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine to finally turn their luck around, the losing streak they've been on. But Josh Wolf and Chris Andrews testing out their partnership, knowing they'll be partners at Purgatory. And opponents in the main event of Ascended 6, that shotgun drop get completely no-sold by Britt, but put right back in the corner. Kick to the gut, and then some nice rope burn as he drags him face first across the top rope. Now it looks like a full Nelson slam. Executed precisely. Oh, but the Britt has an opening. Can he make the hot tag? No. Sam Valentine snaps to in time to stop him. Targets the knee. Chris Andrews is hurting. You know that. Irish whip to the corner. Again, Sam Valentine is looking for the Dream Shatterer. Will he get it this time? It looks like he may. Josh Wolf looking away. And Sam Valentine says, what up to Wolf, knowing that he can't do anything with referee Perry White watching him. He just stepped right on Wolf's hand. And across the ring with the double boots to the chest. The Dream Shatterer, and Andrews has gone completely limp like a wet spaghetti noodle. Valentine wants to make damn sure there ain't no rope breaks. Will it be enough? Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3! Valentine just pinned the Apple World Champion. Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine win. What a win, what a win. The Dream Shatterer does it. Matthews and Valentine finally turned their luck around. Interesting enough, last time Josh Wolf and Chris Andrews teamed, it was Josh Wolf who got pinned. This time it's Chris Andrews. Can they get on the same page with Purgatory just 2 weeks away? That'll be a big match for Genesis and a big match for both men, but tonight, what a win for Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine. They finally did it. Sam pinning the champ. Look at how ecstatic Reese is. I think that may be the first time Valentine's ever pinned Britt also. The numerous matches they've had. I think for the first time in a while, we're going to do a winner match. It has been, you know what? Any news? Maybe someone's injured. Dallas Steele has apparently recovered from injuries. Didn't even know he was injured in the first place. And here's a tweet, guys, from Reese Ortiz. Says, shocker, Wolf again stands by as his team does all the work and watches as Andrews gets pinned. Some salt in the wound there by Reese Ortiz. All right, what kind of match should we do? I don't know why. How about a 10-man battle royal? I don't know why I'm feeling like that. A 10-man battle royale it shall be. Turn entrances off, though. Okay. Wait, where am I? Why isn't it? Oh, yeah. I'm an idiot. GG. Goldberg is in there. How do I change all? There we go. What a lineup that is. Throw out names. I'm not going to do winners since there's 10 slots. So just, yeah, shout them, Gumble. Shout them out your window. Just list off names and I'll pop them in there. Deshaun, El Jefe. Deshaun. Where he at? Deshaun. Hefe. This guy with his Scott. Angelo, where's he at? Drake Dunn's on NGW. I'm not going to put him in there. Yes, this is a winner match, Bateman. It's a 10-man battle royal. Wait, who do you have so far? Put Angelo Babos in there. It's been, yeah, only Genesis guys. It's Genesis. I can put Xander in there. You want Norman? Well, he's not contracted to any brands. We can have him in there. A little bit of practice before his light heavyweight championship match this Sunday. Azrael Kane, okay. Yeah. Swanson. No fun martinis. 2 more. I need 2 more names. I need 2 more names, you scallywags. Welcome back, Echo. Neville. D'Angelo Prince. You know what? I'll put Marcatelli here because Hardline's in here. Who else is in here that didn't get a call picked? Well, Echo. Let's put Sam in there. And a follow big at Genesis lineup. Do I hit accept? I don't know what to do. Out of my depth here. That scared me. Jesus Christ. That was very loud. Yeah, Neville should be an overall of like 40 at best. Well, here we go. A very rare winners match. Pop it up tonight, and it is a 10-man over the top rope battle royale. Nothing on the line, but a chance for momentum, certainly. Don't forget, this Sunday, July the 1st, is Final Stand. It's the final stop for the Boys of Fusion before Ascendant 6, and will play host to the 2nd annual Deadly Games tournament. Purgatory just 2 weeks away, and of course, Ascendant 6 just 6 weeks away now. So excited. Ascendant season, the show of shows. Let's see who starts it. Norman Cottonbelly! Adam Scott, as he may be, fighting through the pain to show up at this live event. What a live event it is. Adam Scott has certainly had a rough week. First getting betrayed by his, well, I have to imagine, ex-husband now, and being attacked by Xander Slate. Then again on this past Genesis meeting, beaten down brutally. In that backstage brawl, remember, it was said that his stitched head were reopened, but they've since been fixed. And Norman Cottonbelly, of course, a newcomer to CMV, who this Sunday at Final Stand is answering the open challenge of Percy Simmons for the light heavyweight championship. Simmons said he scoured the planet for the toughest challenger, and he found Norman. And look at the size of this guy. At first, is he high? Luke Swanson coming out third. Oh, Jesus, Swanson's leg there. Now here comes Angelo Babos, who of course failed to qualify for Money in the Bank on this past Genesis, losing out to Kevin Silva, so certainly would like to get a win to bolster his momentum. Immediately takes out Luke Swanson, who also failed a Money in the Bank qualifier last week. Babos lying in wait. We know that Xander Slate is a part of this 10-man battle royal, so it'll be interesting to see if Slate and Scott go after each other. I'm sure if they're in there at the same time, they will. Oh, and there he is! The OG Dirty Heel and still one half the World Tag Team Champions. Can't be happy with the news that he and Morton again next week on Genesis will be defending their titles 4th time in 3 weeks against the ATL, a team that's beaten them before. Norman Cottonbelly not having a very good time as he's out in the corner. Slate goes after Swanson as Babos is busy with Scott. Woo! Adam Scott mentioned no better than to take a risk like that in a Royal Rumble, though. Go to the top rope or do any springboards, such an easy, simply be pushed or to slip and fall to the outside. Remember, no pinfalls, no submissions, only way to be eliminated, thrown over the top rope, both feet touching the outside. Nobody been eliminated yet. Here comes number 6, Sam Valentine, coming off one of the biggest wins of his career, pinning Chris Andrews in that tag match on the last Genesis. Babos going right after the Dream as Slate works on Swanson, and Norman Cottonbelly just trying to find his way in the world. Who's going to be number 7 of 10? Oh! Cottonbelly with a low right toward the sun don't shine, the gonads, the beanbags. Cottonbelly, a little dirty boy, and then a push, and here comes Mark Intel. Good God, rip Norman. Immediately, his big meaty claws clasp around the little head of Cottonbelly. Mark Intel a little bit miffed that Swanson inadvertently broke up his move. The ring is filling up. Only 3 men left to enter in this 10-man battle royal. Ooh, Adam Scott with a nasty looking Hurricanrana DDT, turning Luke Swanson inside out. And it might be Cottonbelly's time. Xander Slate trying to eliminate him. Here comes No Fun Martini. One of the 3 men confirmed for the Money in the Bank ladder match at Ascendant 6, along with El Jefe, Kevin Silva. And there goes Norman Cottonbelly, entered at number 1, and is the first man eliminated this Sunday. Hopefully he has better luck, though I doubt it, when he challenges Percy Simmons for the light heavyweight championship. And Bateman cried softly into his pillow. Slate going right after the former international champion Martini, dropping him with that Hangman's Face Buster. Now Slate takes a step back. He's a veteran of these types of matches, been in many. Knows that it's oh, and there we go. Slate now has his hands on Adam Scott. Knew it was only a matter of time before these two saw each other. The dirtiest heel for eliminating Norman Cottonbelly. Oh, Luke Swanson eliminated by Angelo Babos. The former World Tag Team Champion outed by the Outlaw, who now is going to give Xander a bit of a breather and work on the arm here of Scott. Scott, of course, bandaged up on the shoulder and the ribs, stitches in the back of his head, and no condition to be fighting here. Still has not accepted or turned down the challenge from Xander Slate for a match at Purgatory. Mark Intel looking to eliminate Sam Valentine here as we wait for number 9, I do believe, or 10. Number 9, El Jefe. A man who is very experienced in these type of matches. Of course, the winner of the 6th annual CMV Royal Rumble match, baby, and a human fish immediately runs from Martini, a man he's had many encounters with in the past. These 2 men will clash at Ascendant 6 in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Oh, Scott! Scott eliminates Slate! That had to feel so good for Adam Scott. Obviously, here in a live event, it doesn't mean much, but personally, that had to feel really good for Adam Scott. Marcantel now coming up from behind. Now Babos ready for him. Slay hitting the showers. Only one man left to enter. Currently 6 men in the ring. Look at this, Marcantel looking to turn the chest of Angelo Babos into hamburger meat. Follows up on those knees with a big splash, the 300-plus pounder squashing Babos like a bug. And here comes number 10 as Scott looks for maybe another elimination. Yes! There goes Sam Valentine at the same time. No Fun Martini eliminated by El Jefe. And now here comes Deshaun Porter of the ATL. Sam Valentine eliminated by Scott. El Jefe eliminates No Fun Martini. And here's the final 5. Marcantel, Angelo Babos, Adam Scott, El Jefe, and Deshaun Porter. Deshaun Porter would love to pick up a bit of momentum here en route to he and Malcolm Fry challenging the Good Brothers for the World Tag Team titles next Friday on Genesis 132. El Jefe looking to eliminate the outlaw Babos here as Adam Scott tries to get back up to his feet. Deshaun Porter to the second turnbuckle. Senton to Marcantel. It was the ATL that knocked off the Monsters this past Genesis to earn their shot at the World Tag Team titles. Adam Scott looks for a third elimination, but Deshaun Porter nice and fresh able to hang on. Adam Scott decides it's a good time to taunt. Now he's going to pay for it. He's feeling pretty good. He eliminated Xander Slate and Sam Valentine, but he can't take his eyes off the prize. Again, a live event, nothing on the line here, but momentum. As Babos looks to get out the biggest man, perhaps, but Marcantel able to reverse there with some well-placed elbows to the midsection. And El Jefe, the Royal Rumble winner, baby! Goodbye to Deshaun Porter. Thanks for coming. El Jefe, another elimination. Nobody can stop Jefe in Battle Royals, man. He has always been a god at them. Now just down to 4 and Angelo Babos maybe looking for some sort of maneuver out of the fireman's carry. Now Jefe and Marcantel have their Battle Royal history with each other. Adam Scott back up on his feet after being down for a good while, going right after Marcantel. Elbow to the side of the head of the Big Red Machine, and then drops him with a jawbreaker like a sack of stones. Tumbling down. Ooh, this is a singles match I honestly would like to see. And Adam Scott looks for a third elimination. There goes El Jefe! The 6th annual CMV Royal Rumble winner. Nice show and got 2 eliminations, but will not be the winner of this Battle Royale. Adam Scott been the MVP with 3 eliminations. Xander Slate, Sam Valentine, now El Jefe. He, Angelo Babos, and Marcantel remain. Big heel hook by the Outlaw. Now to the top rope. Dangerous place to be in a Battle Royal. Nice knee drop, though, connects. European uppercut. Babos in the corner. Gotta get out of there real quick, and he knows it. Spinning soul kick. Kick to the chest. Heel hook. Goodness gracious. Scott wanting to bring it home. The Outlaw, pretty good showing for the rookie in this matchup, and Adam Scott was looking to get his 4th elimination. Nearly half the pack of this 10-man Battle Royal. There goes that vicious backbreaker targeting the wounded bits of Scott. Of course, that tape helps him, but it also paints a target on him, a pretty big target. Oh, Angelo Babos creepily approaches Adam Scott for that buzzsaw kick, but Scott saw it coming. He did not want to get hit with that. Probably open up his stitches again. Now Babos gets his kidneys worked by Marcantel here. Those single knee backbreakers tossed off to the side like a fucking piece of garbage. Marcantel out on the apron. Adam Scott wants a 4th elimination, but Marcantel's not having any of it. Wraps his big meaty claw around Scott's throat and trips him up flush. Trip up. Adam Scott. Honestly, got to give him so much credit for even being in this match here. Being attacked by Xander Slade and Reese Ortiz, and then again by Xander Slade on this past Genesis, and stitches in the back of his head, a wounded shoulder, and bruised ribs. And he's scored 3 eliminations, including Slate in this match, but it might be his time to go. Marketel eliminates Adam Scott. And now the Big Red Machine and the Outlaw, Angelo Babos, remain. Just as Bateman cheers on Adam Scott, he gets eliminated. Way to jinx it, Bateman. Adam Scott, you can see ringside, not happy about this, but he's at least leave knowing that he eliminated Xander, and that had to feel really good as Marketel might have this match won. A win that Marketel could really use for himself. Babos going for a ride. Goodbye, Babos. Marketel is the winner of this battle royal. Marketel victorious, and this battle royal getting a bit of momentum for he and Guri. Nowhere Marketel wants to be at Ascendance, and he wants them World Tag Team titles. All right, guys, as always, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, make sure you drop a follow so that you know we're not going live the next time, in which will be this Sunday for Final Stand at Place host of the second annual Deadly Games tournament. It is the last stop for the Superstars of Fusion before Ascendant 6. We are on Xbox One. If you have a call, you want to get involved with us, exclamation point join. We'll give you a link to our website, cmvwrestling.com, exclamation point Twitter, exclamation point Discord. We'll give you links to our social media. So I will hopefully see you guys this Sunday. It's going to be a great show. You do not want to miss it. If I don't see you then, I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.